Hello, this is a Block Tycoon Life 2 tutorial, and I'll show you guys how to do Life 2 in the most efficient way you can. So we start off with our normal cobble. As you see, I will be breaking the lever and the timer next to the block breaker. Hold on, I'm adjusting my volume real quick. The reason we do this is so we can spam the lever. It gives you extra cobble before you have enough for observers. So what you're going to want to do is buy 3 wires. And you're going to also buy, so you're going to break the lever and place the wires how I do. And also you're going to want to buy an XQR gate. So that you place them like this and make sure it's rotated the same way, the XOR gate, and you flip the lever and do what I do there, and it costs less than 2 observers and it's just as fast. So we're gonna do the normal cobble farm. I'm gonna fast forward this. So see ya. So at around this point I have 2 farms, each with the furnaces, but I am now realizing that the XQR gates that make the block breakers break are breaking so fast, sometimes it's not letting the water and lava meet, so I need to switch them out with observers. I see how I'm messing with it right now, so I'm going to switch them out with observers. Observers are a little bit slower, but they're more reliable, so I'll be doing that. And if you're wondering why I am making twice as much money, if you see next to my hotbar I have a 2x thing, I did not mean to get that. When you join, after the holiday updates, it gives you a free 20 minutes for the first time after you've joined of 2x. So that's why it should go away. I did not mean to do this, but you can still do this without it. So I do have brick makers here. You may be wondering, well, hey, the correct order is to do compactors after, but compactors cost 2k, and after compactors is brick makers. So my plan is to get all the brick makers and put them ahead and put them in, since you can still put basalt through brick makers and it's cheaper. And then once I get the 2k for compactors after, I can just replace the brick makers with compactors and then put the compactors after, and it's better. But while you're waiting, if you have time, you should mine out this area right here, like I'm doing. We're gonna have to mine that area out to the end, but I am lazy and I have a different way to do that. So I'll come check back up in when I'm done making the cobble. So over here I'm buying my compactors. So here's what I'm gonna do. Once I get the compactors, you're gonna break the brick maker and replace it with the compactor, and then place the brick maker after it. And that's pretty much it. I'll continue on now with fast forwarding. Alright, so now that I am almost done with the first cobble farm, it's time I reveal what I was working on in the corner over there, digging out an area. So that area is to make a bigger cobble farm, and I needed to mine out a two wide area from end to end. But having a wooden pickaxe, it takes a while, so it's time we use lasers. So if you saw in the fast forwarded times 10 speed up, I did put down some wires down there, and that is to power my laser, and the laser will mine out the area. The laser does cost 5,000, so it takes a second, but there it is. There's the laser. Costs 5,000, and any second now, there we go. So you can place it down, and it mines for you. It mines the, yeah. So I'm gonna let that mine out for a moment now. These observers are for later. You're gonna need to buy 32 observers and 32 block breakers. I did not buy enough right now, but just know you do need 32 of each. So yeah, I'll be back when I start setting up. I'm gonna want to remove these wires, and we're gonna start setting up now. So once you're done breaking the wires, you're gonna want to place your observers down in a line, as I will show you now. So take your observers and place them in a line facing you. Make sure the green part's facing you, and you just place them in a line like this. But right before the end, I didn't get enough observers, but somewhere near the end, make sure they start facing each other. See, I didn't buy enough. I needed 32 of each. So flip it around twice, and so it should be creating a pulse like so. Then place your block breakers down on top of them, like this. And we know it is 32 blocks long. Yep, so we need to buy 32 of each machine for each row. So since there's 2 rows of furnaces, we need to buy 64 furnaces. So we place the furnaces down, make sure they're facing in, and we go. Now we place the other row. Now they're down, so now we need to buy conveyors. Yep, and since we don't have enough money to fully complete it right now, we can still make some money from it. So you place down all the conveyors and the cash block at the end. Now buy your water and lava, so we can start the farm. You're gonna need a few lava buckets, but you don't need that many water buckets, only 2. So you place the lava down. It doesn't need to be on every single block, but most blocks do need them. And water, you're gonna place 1 and 2. Make sure there's a space between them, and this is how we create an infinite water source. You can get more water from this. And place a water source on every other block, but same with lava, it doesn't need to be on every block. So once your water and lava is down, you will start making a lot of money. As you saw, my 2x ran out, so I'm no longer making as much money as I did before, but that's still okay because usually you would have never had it in the first place. So I will speed this up, but just something to note, that instead of breaking each row individually of conveyors, you're going to use the lasers, like so. I will show you because I now bought my brick makers. So you place this down, and you can use this and break the conveyors. Okay, I'll speed this up and I'll come back when it's done. Hello, I am back now after finishing this farm. Seems I got a little friend watching right now, but somewhere in between I did buy fast conveyors. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. It doesn't affect how fast you get money at all. So now what we need to do is buy coal drills. And you can place them on the top of the farm, like so. Coal drills give a lot of money. Each piece of coal at Life 2 gives $550. So what we're going to do is fill up the top row with coal drills, like so. I will speed this part up also once again, and I'll be back when I'm halfway through. Oh yeah, and one more thing, also fill up this hole you dug out with water. Now that you have filled up the top row, you do not need to place any more coal drills, but in this video I will also do the bottom drill. The reason is now you have to wait until you have $1.1 million. So, see ya. So now that you have all your coal drills down, it is time you start to wait for $1.1 million. So now you just have to wait until you have $1.1 million, so feel free to do whatever you want in this time while you're waiting. Now that we are getting closer, you may start to set up. Place the conveyors along your 4x7 pool that you dug out, exactly how I am doing. What we will be setting up here are fish, auto fishers. So feel free to copy exactly what I'm doing right now. As we are nearing $1.1 million, you're going to want to purchase an auto fisher. This auto fisher will catch fish for you. When it starts catching fish, please do not sell the fish. You're going to want to buy a chest and funnel all the fish into the chest using the conveyors I have showed you how to set up. So now go into your shop and buy a chest and place the chest right there. Now your auto fisher will start fishing for fish. And when you get fish, you are going to save them. Do not sell them. You're going to buy some ponds or fish tanks to put the fish in, since this will generate passive income. The better the fish, the more money you get from putting them in a fish tank. I'll come back when I have a good fish that I think is worthy enough to be put in a fish tank. Every $1.1 million, be sure to buy another auto fisher to place down. Now that I've gotten an epic fish, I will buy a fish tank to put it in. As you see, putting it in the fish tank will give you a lot more money than just selling it. It's passive income. So this will furthermore get you more and more money and more auto fishers to place down.
You can only place down 8 auto fissures. Auto fissures is the maximum you can place in the game. It simply won't let you place more. If you catch any epic, exotic, legendary, or mythic fish, put them in the tanks. Anything worse than that isn't really worth it to put in the tanks, as it is not going to give you a lot. Examples: commons aren't good. You may sell them, but I would put them in your inventory. Same with uncommons and rares. If you want to put a rare fish in, you may, but they aren't that good. Epics, exotics, legendaries, and mythics are the ones you should be putting in tanks. And remember, every 1.1 million you get, buy another auto fisher. You can repeat this, buying auto fishers, buying tanks, placing better and better fish in the tanks until you have 200 million. So you can take this all the way to your rebirth. I will now fast forward until I get my next good fish. You see here, now I just got my second epic fish. And now I will place it in another tank. This will furthermore increase my money. I'll come back once more when I get my next good fish. As we are almost at 200 million, this concludes our tutorial for Life 2. I hope you guys learned a lot and how to speedrun Life 2, and I hope that helped some of you guys out. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah. One more thing, this is my first time actually making a video with my voice, so I'm sorry if I'm a little not used to it. But I will be posting more tutorials and videos for more lives and also more tutorials for different farms. So please subscribe, and if you don't subscribe, at least like the video, because I want to grow my YouTube channel. Thank you guys.